Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another League Racing video. So as you can see, this is Suzuka round 18 if I remember correctly. So we still have 5 more rounds to go and we are still in P2 behind the championship leader Slayer and the McLaren. So as you know, in the previous races we had, coming to this race, we had 6 wins in a row after the penalty that I got in Russia. It got removed by the stewards, so we moved to P1, which is of course very good for us and for our charge to the championship. And as you can see, going to our bunker lap, as I couldn't really put a clean lap before going through the S's, we drove very carefully going through here, and I was trying not to touch the curve in the inside, or I will of course get spin. So here, going to corner 9 or turn 9, we went wide, which of course compromised our run to the hairpin, but luckily we do the hairpin very good, and we had a very good launch to turn 13 and 14. And here, as you can see, we do the first corner very good, but the second corner we went a little bit wide, which of course we don't want, and yeah, it will compromises our run to the last chicane. And as you know, of course, I was really lacking the straight line speed. I couldn't the setup I used, I think I used so much more. I was focused on the downforce, and as you can see, we put our bunker, which is 126.3, and yeah, as you can see, we managed to get pole by 500ths, of course very close. And as you can see, we're still P2 behind Slayer and the stand-ins, and yeah, so we had to outscore him in this race if we want to get close, of course, to him. And he got, I think, P7 or P8, of which means of course very good points for us. And yeah, I think I choose the two-stop strategy, which of course we will see if it will work or not. And yeah, coming to the race start, waiting for the lights to come off, and yeah, we have 2, 3, 4 lights, and then 5 lights, and away we go. We use our rich fuel mix and we use our overtake, and you can see we got a very good launch going to turn 1 and 2. And as you can see, straight after the starts, there were yellow flags, which means there was an incident. And as you can see, Corey, our P2, he got regulated to P4 behind Briggsy, and I believe that he had a battle between him and Slayer, and he won it. So yeah, very good, very good start for us. But again, the thing that I didn't know is that it was very hard to recharge our overtake button, our energy, as I really didn't have any practice, any race around here before this. So I had really no idea about the usage of our energy and how it should be. So as you can see, we are very much lacking the straight line speed, so 300 kilometers going to the straight, which is of course very not ideal. And I knew that there are very much drivers that are using less downforce setups, and we will see that and the upcoming minutes. And here, as you can see, going to the end of lap 7, I think Corey already had a 3-second penalty, and we pit for the medium tire at the end of lap 7, and Corey pits after us, and we try to we don't get held, um, but um, but of course I think I made a mistake. As you can see, Corey went for the one stop and went for the hard tires, which of course you will need, you will have to stop no more, but we will do, because it's no way that we can take these mediums to the end of the race. And here we crossed the line and we had a warning, but yeah, it doesn't matter really. So yeah, skip into lap 8. As you can see in front we have Rockstar on, I think he didn't pit yet on these soft tires. And yeah, we tried to prepare this as much as we can, because we don't really have any straight line speed. As I said before, I didn't really put any time in practice, so I didn't really know how things should be. Yeah, people pit for the hard tires, which of course I knew that the two stop you will have so much more speed and grip on the medium and in the soft tires at the end of the race, in comparison to the hard. But of course this is if there is no safety car. Of course the strategy will work on your hand. But yeah, going to this hairpin where we just had a snip of oversteer, which of course compromised our run, going to turn 13 and 14. And here, as you can see, Rockstar went wide and we just took the opportunity and we went for the inside and we made the car stick. And yeah, we're using our overtake button just to make sure that we are within that 1 second of Steventino 93, going to, as there is only one DRS zone in this circuit. And here, as you can see, we are using our overtake. I really needed, as we do the fastest lap, but I was saying, so I needed to overtake these cars as soon as I can, and I needed to put as much cars between me and Corey behind me, who was in P2. And here, as you can see, going to corners, turn 5 and 6. In here, Steventino moves to the left and let us through, which of course GG to him, he let me through there. I think that was for his own race. He was thinking of his own race, which of course you should have to do. Yeah, going next stop is Atmos 0.4. he went wide and we went wide too, but here we are using our rich fuel mix and we are using our overtake button, and you can see we are going side by side, going to turn 13, and we make contact. And I think he lost a little bit of time, and he corrected his car, and fortunately not, he didn't spin. But yeah, after the race there was nothing that we could do about it. So yeah, next up is Tigerville. As you can see, Slayer still on them medium tires. In here, as you can see, when he pitted just after the start finish line, a safety car, full safety car was deployed, and Slayer, he had the perfect ever pit stop. So he will lose no time, and he will of course go out behind the safety car, which of course very good to him. And as you can see, going to the end of lap 12, we we go to the pits and we go for the medium tires. But yeah, you can see our stop, we got held for more than 2 seconds, which is of course not ideal, as you will see in the upcoming minutes. So as I was saying, the safety car really didn't play for our And in going out of this, as you will see, Brawlerwick Gaming was about to really spin us, and that was very dangerous driving from him. Going to the last the end of lap 15, as the safety car will go in this lap, and we were trying to warm up these tires and just to try to take the most of them, as I was really trying to save them as much as I could, because there was I will need every inch, every all these tires, of course, if I want to make as much positions as I can. Going to this last chicane, we tried to prepare the exit. We were very much hesitating in our throttle, but yeah, using our overtake, of course, very far behind, using our rich fuel mix, but still we are very far behind to make any kind of move. So as you can see, we are gaining on them, on these queue of cars in front, and you can see how much grip we have on these new medium tires in comparison to these cars. Still, I'm very we can't really do any kind of move around here in the middle sector unless if someone goes wide, using a little burst of our overtake. And here, as you can see, Brawlerwick Gaming goes for a move on Louis Ferrandis. We try to kind of stick our car behind him, but we couldn't do really anything about it. But going to this turn 13, we were about to touch Brawlerwick Gaming, which of course he made contact with Louis Ferrandis. In here we touch the gravel and we just lose so much time to these cars ahead, and we are still P8, and we have 10 laps to go to make as much positions as we can. Here, as you saw, Louis Ferrandis goes to the inside and go a little bit wide, but which of course didn't help us, and we had to back out of it, and we touched the grass again, and we compromised as our run going to turn 1 in it. But as you can see, as you will see here, going through the S's, we have so much more speed and grip on these tires in comparison to the guys ahead. And you can see, going out of here, we have so much grip, and we are using our overtake just to make sure that the nose of our car is in front of his, and yeah, we give him so much room right there. So yeah, we make the move, and we are P7. Next up is Brawlerwick Gaming. He has 3-second penalty. We are using our overtake button just to get that momentum going to turn 13 and 14. And as you can see, we don't do the same mistake as before, but we get so much better traction going to the inside. We are using our overtake button, rich fuel mix, which of course we shouldn't, and we needed to save this power for the guys and the drivers in front of the grid. But as you can see, we are 40% in our energy, as we put the fastest lap, which is 1:30.0. Next up is the Kunha on the hard tires. I think that he did the one stop too, so there is no way that he was going to stop again. So yeah, you can see how much speed we have on these medium tires in comparison to the hard runners. And yeah, sometimes you can't overtake unless if there is a real opportunity, or elsewhere you will just crash, and you will lose much more positions rather than the only one that you're fighting for. So following the Kunhanat using any of our ERS, again using our ERS, using higher wings, of course, gives the makes the engine works harder, which of course makes you not makes it not regenerated the energy, regenerate less energy. And here, as you saw, we were trying to make the move on the Kunha, but we couldn't. He just squeezed us a little bit to the gravel, but yeah, we just had to back out of it. But we make the move, go into the main straight DRS, but he tries to use his overtake and tries to stick it to the outside, but no way that he can make that. So next up is Tiger Ball. He had a 5-second penalty. I think it was because of contact during the safety car. So of course he is not our rival up until up to this point of the race, because he already has a 5-second penalty and he is on the hard tire. So we are very much faster. So as you can see, we couldn't really regenerate any of our energy. The only really breaking point is the hairpin that we just did, going all the way to the last chicane. So you need to have so much more. You need to save a lot of ERS to make it work, and to do overtakes. And yeah, we didn't use any of our ERS. As you saw, we had 34, now we have only 20, 36 now of our ERS. But using our overtake, we can back at this. I shouldn't have used any of the overtake, as he really didn't defend, as you will see at the end of the race, that we really needed every percentage of the battery that we have. We managed to catch up to Briggsy. He is 8 tenths ahead. We're using only our DRS, trying to use our fuel, not putting it on lean, but putting it on standard, and going through the S's. We just have so much more pace on I think every car on this grid. And Briggsy touches a little bit of grass, which of course will make him lose a little bit of grip. Again, touching a little bit of grass and gravel. Yeah, using our overtake, we had to make the move, and we go into this hairpin. We just make the car stick to the inside, and we just make the move. That was very, very good from us, and we are using all of our ERS, but we are very much lacking the straight line speed. And here, as you can see, we have no ERS, and Briggsy behind is coming with DRS and his ERS. He tries to go around the outside, but we just don't let him. We made a little bit of contact, but no hard feelings, as we talked after the race. And yeah, that was very good from him. So yeah, we managed to catch up to Slayer. As you can see, the car in front, the car in P1, he is 3.6 in front, and he had 3-second penalty. So the only thing I had to do is to overtake Slayer as soon as possible and try to get into his. As you can see, it's 2.9 right now. So the only thing we had to do is to overtake Slayer, our main rival in terms of the championship. So following him through the S's, we are so much more faster than him, but still we are unable to do anything here. As you can see, his rear red lights is flashing, which means that he is under 10 seconds. And here we touch. Looking back at this, I think I should have waited a little bit and hit the brake a little bit earlier, as I should have prepared that and went for the move in the hairpin, but yeah, going to as you can see, I am touching him, which means that I am so much faster than him in the corners, and as you can see his rear light is flashing, which means it is under 10% of his energy. We're using our rich fuel mix, but still we can't really do anything. As I was saying, I should have used lower wings, as I was really lacking the straight line speed in here. This is the very example that we need, and as you can see, he tries squeezing us a little bit and we try to go to the outside, but as you can see, we couldn't really do anything in here. I was really done with it, and going to corner 5, we just touch the curve and we hit the barrier, and we just lose our front wing. And yeah, not the ideal race, as the Gunha was coming off after us. We just moved to the right side just to make him give him the way, and you just go wide again. We try not to collect anyone going back to the track, but yeah, this was before the last it was in the penultimate lap, so we had to go for one more lap without pitting. So yeah, but the good thing is that we didn't get any penalty, which of course we will see what will happen. Going to the start finish line using all of our ERS, and we come P9 after the penalties. And as you can see, our main rival in terms of the championship came P2, his teammate in P3, but yeah, we came P9, which of course not good for the championship. And here, as you can see, Slayer 480 and we are 450, 30 points ahead of us. Of course, if we did get more points, we would have more closer to him, but yeah, so this was the end. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.